Well, his return was to be this weekend. Now it's Mayweather and Juan Manuel Marquez, September 19th. We welcome back to SportsCenter the returning champ, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, Brian Kenny here. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Brian?
I'm all right. Hey, Floyd, your return pushed back to September because of injury. How are you physically right now?
As of right now, I'm feeling good. I've been to the fitness gym working, and I haven't had no contact. So once I go to the boxing gym, then I'm going to know where my rib injury really stands. As of right now, everything is going okay.
What happened?
With a freak accident. Freak accident happened in training. Things happen. But I'm a champion, and I can pull through anything.
You wonder as you come back after retirement, were you putting the foot on the accelerator after retirement? Did that cause it? Was it a weird thing? Did you get hit? What was it exactly?
Just an accident that happened, in training, in a boxing gym. And, things happen. And, those type of things happens, in the sport of boxing and in football. And when you get an injury like the injury that I had, you just got to work through it.
The decision to go forward or postpone, Floyd, how close was that?
I told my team, I said I'm not 100%. And so, I could say that I could have been 50%. And I don't want to go into no fight no more, being 50% or being 70%, at least 90% or better. Have to.
This guy will go to the body. You can't. How do you think your rib is? How is it feeling now? Is there any signs of the strain or no?
Well, everything is going okay as of right now. Like I said, I've been going to the fitness gym, and I haven't had no contact. So once I get contact, then we have to see.
You retired for a time, Floyd. What was it like for you to get back into a gym, not just be in the gym, but with a fight in your sights?
It's truly a blessing. Boxing is something that I love to do. And I missed. I can honestly say I missed the fans. I missed the atmosphere. I missed doing the crazy interviews with you. There's a lot of things that I miss, in the sport of boxing. So, I'm back to the sport, and I'm back to just be the best that I can be.
You missed it. I missed you. You missed me, Floyd.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we had that last interview was kind of controversial, but then, once I went back home, I sat back, I thought about it. So we could touch back on one of the subjects that we was talking about, because I guess after we done an interview, Shane Mosley came on and done an interview.
Right.
But then I can remember a long time ago, you said once I beat Zab Judah, you said the official, and you got to beat, you must beat Baltimore to be the official welterweight champion.
Correct.
So
yeah.
I'm the one that beat Baltimore. And then you must realize we don't really know how many championships Shane Mosley really won, because Shane Mosley was taking steroids. So you let me know, how can he be the official champion if Margarita is cheating and Shane Mosley is cheating? It doesn't matter. You got two cheaters. And then Shane Mosley talked about the numbers that he does. Okay, he done 20,000, but his gate only done a little bit over 1 million. I could do 10,000 fans, and my gate do between, we'll say just the number between 9 and over 20 million. So those are the type of gates that I'm doing. So, the proof is in the pudding. You can, Richard Schaefer will tell you.
Well, I know, look, there's a lot of things there. One, when you beat Baltimore, you were the welterweight champ, and there was other guys with belts running around, and it didn't matter.
No.
What?
So once I beat Baltimore, I was the undisputed champion, because once again,
yeah.
he was truly, he was really the undisputed.
Yes.
He was really the undisputed champion.
Yes.
But I'm not saying Shane Mosley is not a good fighter. But once again, me and Shane Mosley both was undefeated at the same time. And boxing doesn't work like that. You must realize, and I know that boxing is a business. It doesn't work like that. Oh, I say, okay, I want to fight Shane. We just fight.
Well,
it doesn't work like that.
It seemed to me, Floyd, that Shane would be good for your business. I mean, maybe not as good as Pacquiao, but it seemed to be at least on par with Marquez. Wouldn't Shane be good for business for you?
I'm not saying that, but he's never been on the A side in pay-per-view. He's never been on the A side. So that's what I'm trying to say. Shane Mosley not too long ago was back. Of course, he was back. He went back to ESPN, fighting on ESPN Friday Night Fights a while back
on a pay-per-view, right? On a pay-per-view card, right? It was an ESPN pay-per-view.
And then not too long ago, Shane Mosley was on the undercard. So you're talking about a guy who was on the undercard, a guy who was taking steroids, a guy who doesn't do the numbers that I do, and say that. He's on your level. I'm not saying that Shane Mosley was never a top fighter. But, like, before he leave, he's trying to get his last big payday. And I can't knock him for that.
Okay, so where does he stand, like, in your sights? If you get by Marquez, look, where does he stand in your sights?
As of right now, my main focus is Marquez. My main focus is Marquez. We can't really say how many championships Shane Mosley really won. I mean, and then everybody try to talk about what Margarita was doing. We can't talk about what Margarita was doing if we don't talk about what Shane Mosley was doing.
A lot
and this is a you talking about now. Once again, you talking about Shane Mosley. Now you talking about he just made I think $1.8 million his last fight. And it's not bragging or boasting, but when I lace up, it's 8 figures or better, and we know that. It's my number is over.
Oh, I didn't say he was a bigger star than you. I'm saying among your opponents.
We know that. We know that.
But among your opponents, he seems to be, as a welterweight champ, a pretty good marketable name for you.
But it doesn't work like that in the business. You must do your homework. See, one thing about Marquez, he has a whole country behind him. When Pacquiao faced Marquez, the numbers that they do together is good numbers. But when Pacquiao faced David Diaz, the numbers didn't do so good. So we know Marquez has a huge following, with the Mexican community and the Mexican fan base.
Floyd, do you have a long-term deal with anyone?
Yeah, I got a long-term deal with God.
No, in the boxing business.
I'm not here to talk about my personal business. Absolutely not.
That's your professional business. I'm just.
Yes, that's my personal business. Any kind of paperwork or anything like that, it's my personal business.
Okay, all right.
The only thing you can do is respect that, because I don't ask you what goes on in your household or what kind of paperwork you sign or do. If you got a wife, did y'all sign a prenup? I don't ask you nothing like that. So don't ask me nothing about my personal life.
That'd be a different conversation, and you're not interviewing me. Who cares about me? But
sometimes I interview you. Sometimes.
Yeah, you do. You turn it around now and then. All right. What do you want to do if you get by this win, though? If you do get a win over Marquez, do you see yourself long-term, or are you like, I'm going to pick and choose fight by fight? Maybe I stay in, maybe I re-retire?
As of right now, I think we're gonna stay in the sport. We're going to stay in the sport, and we're going to stay active. I mean, I know it's not possible for me to fight 3 times a year, so I'm going to try to fight 2 times a year, hopefully.
Okay. These 2 guys are right around your weight class. What do you think of the proposed fight between Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto?
Miguel Cotto, we all know that, like I said before, Bob Arum is making that fight because he's trying to keep all the money in-house. That's what Bob Arum is trying to do. Bob Arum, I thought Cotto lost his last fight. It was close, but I thought he lost. Mm-hmm. But, once again, Bob must keep him undefeated because he does have a good Puerto Rican following. So if he got a good Puerto Rican following, Manny Pacquiao has a good following. When you take the 2, you can do some pretty good numbers.
Who would you want?
I mean, you can't do no Floyd Mayweather numbers, but you can do some pretty good numbers.
Who do you think wins that fight?
I think after the Margarita fight, that mentally Cotto is not the same. But you can never say what can happen in the sport of boxing. But I think Pacquiao is a quick starter, and if I had to lean towards a fighter, I would say Pacquiao. Okay,
so if you win and Pacquiao wins, what would make more money than that for you, Floyd?
My name, it's more like this. What Pacquiao and Hatton made together, I'm making more in my fight. So that lets you know where I stand at and what type of numbers that I generate and the type of drawing power that Floyd Mayweather has.
But what would
they don't call me Floyd Money Mayweather for nothing.
I know, but what would
make my middle name Money for a reason.
But what would make better money for you than Manny Pacquiao? Is there anybody else out there?
Once again, on the other end, some of y'all reporters and media say, Floyd needs to fight because he's chasing money, but then either I do or I don't need the money. Which one is it? It's a catch-22. Like I said before, I'm fine. I'm comfortable. I have money, and, you constantly hearing Floyd owe somebody this money, owe somebody that. I don't owe nobody nothing, but I only owe God.
So you're fine financially is what you're saying?
Financially, absolutely.
Okay.
Are you fine? Are you fine financially?
I'm doing okay. I'm not I don't have big wads of cash.
Well, I'm doing okay. I got about three matches, all paid for.
Good for you.
Everything I got is paid for.
If
I get a monthly check of over $2 million, that's not bad of allowance. That's not bad, is it?
No, that's great. I'm happy for you, Floyd. I hope you're fixed for life. But if you win and Manny wins, what happens then?
Once again, people must realize this. Manny Pacquiao has the worst deal in boxing. Okay, when he fight, Bob Arum already get 27% of his money. He's on a 27% deal with Bob Arum. Floyd Mayweather keeps 100% of his money. I just tried. I talked to Bob. We talked to Bob him about the fight, and we didn't talk to him about the fight, but he already went on record and said we want 50-50. By even saying that, he already said that he don't want to fight because everybody know I'm not going to fight Manny Pacquiao. He's going to get 50. It's going to be a 50-50.
What would be acceptable?
You got to talk to Al Heyman and Leonard Ellaby about that.
Okay. Well, Floyd, this is good. A little summer warm-up. Enjoyed it. All right? You're feeling good? Good luck
Feel
back.
great.
When do you get back to sparring?
A couple weeks from now.
All right.
Probably a couple weeks from now.
Good.
We'll be okay.
Excellent. Hope things go well. Look forward to seeing you out there September 19th against Juan Manuel Marquez. Thank you, Floyd.
Same to you. All right.
Take care.